This is Joshua Harris with Frankly Cigars. I'm here with Mo from Patina Cigars. Mo Maali is founder and owner of Patina Cigars. He started his own brand in 2017 after turning his back on cigar media and Mombacho cigars. His cigars are rolled in Esteli, Nicaragua. Mo designed his cigars around three principles: balance, nuance, and flavor. His goal wasn't to create the strongest cigar in the humidor. It was to create one where strength and flavor work together in harmony, allowing every note to unfold naturally across the smoker's palate. Mo, thanks for joining us today. I really appreciate it.
Man, that was beautiful.
Well, I
That was
stumble in the middle so that regular people don't feel so overwhelmed by my linguistic abilities.
I'll tell you, that was probably the most beautiful intro that I've experienced since the '96 Bulls. So,
Well, we can have Cyrus in editing. I'll put Cyrus in the background, and then we can
yeah,
all just be at home. Full disclosure: there will be a few moments where we just wild out on Chicago sports. I do have something cool that I brought to the table for you that I want to show you before we get started.
let's do it.
That's when they put it up,
Oh
and
my
and
God.
this is an actual like regular photo, not like an
Yeah,
Instagram or like
yeah,
a
oh,
like
yeah,
thing.
yeah,
This is
yeah.
a regular like it's got the Kodak paper on the back, and
That's how you know it's legit.
that's my artistic of the Jordan statue in the shot. Like
Uh-huh.
I'm like, yeah,
Genuine
okay,
article, baby.
yeah. So, um, when you smoke your first cigar, Mo?
Today,
Ever overall?
what's my favorite cigar ever?
Okay, we'll start again. When did you smoke your first cigar?
Oh, sorry, when?
You
Uh,
were right. I do need the whiskey. You were
yeah,
exactly
yeah,
right.
yeah. When?
Jesus,
Okay, so are we counting Swishers and Black and Milds?
do you count them?
Um, I let's say premium cigar.
Okay.
Um, 18
18,
Fuente
18
Chateau,
what? 1893, 18,
18
18,
years old. Yeah,
1810. Like,
18 years old. Yeah. When that was legal age, of course,
right.
as you could tell I'm a veteran.
Yeah.
Um,
We walked together down that path, my friend.
yeah,
Like
we've been in the game for a long time.
ever since Honeys was
Um,
wearing Sassoons.
what's that?
I said ever since Honeys was wearing Sassoons.
Oh, it's beautiful. That's a nice touch. Yeah, yeah. I'm like at the stage of my career where like I'm the mid-level exception guy.
Oh
Uh,
wow. Okay.
yeah. But man, no, yeah, it was a Fuente and for a Tom Petty concert.
Wow. Okay. Where
I
was the
think
Tom Petty concert?
it was in Tinley Park, Illinois,
Okay.
in 2001.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, man, that was my first concert ever too. So it was like a
Wow.
double.
Do you
Yeah,
have
man.
your what's your favorite drink to pair with your cigar?
Coffee
Okay.
overall.
I thought you were gonna say Malort and we were gonna have to fight. We're gonna have
No,
to
well, I
actually
don't drink,
just knuckle
so
up and just fight because if you can find a cigar that goes with that atrocity of nature, then
yeah, yeah, man. I don't drink, so I don't know what it's like, but I've heard it's people compared it to gasoline. So
it's like drinking fighting your father. That's what it's like. Yeah,
that was pretty good.
yeah. So you don't drink at all.
Nope,
Never had an alcoholic beverage.
I never have.
Okay.
Fun fact. Yeah, man. Um, Saved me a lot of money, a lot of bad decisions.
How do you take your coffee?
Typically black, but sometimes I like to put a little cream in it. And sometimes I like mochas. So, you mix
Yeah,
some of the chocolate with it, especially if it complements a cigar.
yeah.
Like a Maduro or broadleaf. I love like it just extracts so much sweetness, man.
I like to do like the opposite of whatever the cigar is. So if I have like a particular spicy cigar like Habano, I'll take a flat beverage, something that doesn't have like a lot of go to it, and kind of let that sing the other part of the song, like almost like a duet for
Interesting.
me. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah, you like to
I've
contrast them.
I found kind of success in that because one will kind of clean my palate and the other one will kind of leave something on it. But it's
Right.
difficult to do with like a new cigar because you don't know how that cigar is going to perform like through the middle because you know this from blending sticks that like you smoke it at the beginning and you're like, oh, let me go get this, and then you come back to it and you're like, why does this change? Like what the hell?
Well, man, it's interesting you bring that up because the reality is, and uh, if you truly want to experience a cigar, there is only one thing to drink it with, and that's water.
Yeah.
And that's if you want to experience just the cigar, right? Once you start introducing other flavors, it's going to skew your experience one way or another, for sure. It's just what it is, you know?
You know what Ricky Rodriguez said?
Huh?
He said, "I drink it with Bud Light because it doesn't taste like anything." And I was like, "Well,
Yeah.
there goes the Bud Light sponsorship." But that was
Yeah, yeah, right.
thanks,
Yeah,
Rick.
you're
That
off
was
the list.
great. Like, yeah.
Yeah, you're off the list.
What's your best advice to a new cigar smoker? I'm sure that you in the shop setting and doing events and stuff, you have new smokers come up to you. What's your keystone for advice to them?
I always give credit to my buddy Dave West from Avowed Cigars. Dave and I go back over a decade, when he was doing Cigar Noise. And, he said it, we used to podcast together, which is how I got into the business to begin with. And he said in 2014, and it stuck with me, man, you got to burn to learn.
Yeah,
And I think that to the best of your ability as a new smoker, keep an open mind. You're always going to be somewhat influenced by your circle, right?
okay,
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like every cigar person has like their cigar ecosystem that they're a part of, whether they realize it or not. Like you want to feel accepted in whatever cigar ecosystem that you're in, but don't be afraid to try anything and everything. And even brands that are not necessarily acceptable in your
hmm
cigar ecosystem or whatever. Don't limit yourself to just what your local B&M has.
yeah,
Seek out different things. Join Cigar of the Month clubs. That's not a bad idea as you're starting out. And with that said, man, I think that there's a lot of. I know cigars are more expensive these days, so and um, the days of us just trying anything and everything that came out was a lot easier when cigars were $6 and seven
oh yeah,
dollars,
oh yeah,
and so I say this advice in coming from a place that assuming that it's within your budget. If you have budget constraints or you have a certain amount that you put for cigars, I think Cigar of the Month Club is a great way to really or join like a cigar Discord or
yeah.
like Reddit or whatever. And but I think to rely on reviews, things like that, hmm, maybe. But
So what you're saying is gamble responsibly. If you're
yeah,
gonna,
I mean, yeah, talk to people, talk to other people, see, and then take note of how your palate's developing too, man. Like sometimes I'll go into my humidor and I'll look at stuff that I bought years ago or whatever. And I'm like, wow. I'm like, I used to love those cigars, and my palate has just changed a little bit.
yeah,
And because, dude, I still smoke everything. I'm a cigar geek through and through. I love smoking cigars. I love seeing what other people are doing. I think there's a lot of guys in the industry and ladies that are doing some fantastic stuff right now, and you'd be crazy not to want to try it. So
yeah.
that
No,
would be my.
I think that's great advice. We haven't had that yet in the interviews where people said join like a cigar of the month club or getting like on a thing where like you can trade cigars with folks. I mean, because there's some stuff like you said that I don't want anymore, but to you it'd be amazing. Like if I send it to you, you're gonna be like, oh man, are you sure? Are you sure? Like there's a particular cigar made by a
Yeah,
company that maybe should be aged 2 additional years after it comes out,
sure.
and I don't appreciate them in the manner that everyone else appreciates them. So I
Yeah,
frequently gift them, and people go, are you sure?" And I'm like, "Yeah, but that Nicaraguan you got right there. Can I come on
yeah,
run that Nicaraguan right over here."
yeah. But
What's
in box splits, I mean, when me and my buddies were starting out smoking cigars, once we identified a cigar that we really liked, we would split boxes, man, keep the cost down, and then you
yeah,
also are able to have more variety that way too.
yep. And
You know, there's
if you're at an event, that guy's trying to move product. So anybody, if you pair with two other guys and you come over and you say, "Look, we really want to get the deal. Can you double the swag?" A lot of times that guy will double the swag to get that in three people's hands because it's more about the coverage and making sure people smoke it than it is about having one guy have 15 boxes.
100%, man. More people that smoke your cigar, the more chances you have to have a consistent customer.
Yeah. What's the biggest unwritten cigar rule violation that you dislike?
Um, Cigars are a very humble thing.
Okay.
When you spend time working with the tobacco, seeing the people rolling the cigars, taking veins out of the leaf, sorting, fermenting, carrying bales, and then you see the nature of it, man, like just nature, right? And you see the plants in the fields and just kind of stand in awe. And you realize a lot of the work that goes into making this thing possible. And to this day, I swear to God, man, every time I see patina on a shelf somewhere, or even like, man, if I grab a cigar from mine, I want to smoke it. I'm like, this is a miracle. This is even here. Just all the different steps, and now we got with shipping and the
Yeah.
boxes and the bands and all of it. This is supposed to be something that we could all sit down and enjoy together, regardless of what the band on our cigar says, right? And I guess and this goes beyond just cigars. Oh, sorry. Um, I I People use the cigars they smoke to give themselves an identity. I think that would be it.
Yeah, and it's very poetic the way you just put it. It really is because Southern Draw said 300 hands, and everybody says it's a work of art and everything else. But to physically be there, and like my dad picked tobacco for a living, and said he would never do it again. And I was talking to him when I was first coming up in the industry, and I was like, "Yeah,
Mm.
I'm thinking about going to the farm and doing it." And he's like, "Why? Why would you want to do that?
It's
Why
hard.
if you didn't have to do that? Why would you want to do that? It's it's
Hmm.
it's hard work, and it's amazing work. And like when I see people sit down at the trade show, and they're rolling cigars, there's a
Hmm.
lot of steps that go into it before you put the wrapper on. Like putting the wrapper on is one of the final
Bro,
steps,
like,
right?
I mean, think about this, man. Like, you got to sit at a rolling table. You're grabbing a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of
Mm-hmm.
this, and then you're putting it in the blend, and then you take it, and then you're like, da, 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 over and over and over and over again,
Yeah,
And someone is doing that on every hand rolled cigar that we smoke,
yeah,
right? Man, who cares that the brand of cigars we smoke doesn't make you, man. It doesn't make you cool or it doesn't make you less cool. Like this, I guess that's the stuff that really gets me.
when was the moment you felt like a real cigar smoker? Was it when you finally got the brand on the shelf? Was it when you were in the factory? Like, what was the moment where you're like, I can really do this? Where you were actually swimming and it wasn't just describing the water?
You mean like starting the actual brand or like
No, just you
as a
personally. That you
consumer?
had a moment where you were like, I'm a real cigar smoker.
When I started to be able to differentiate what I liked and what I didn't like.
Okay. And
And
you
the
knew
reason,
why, and like you knew, like you were like, okay, I don't like this because it has this added
yes,
Honduran tobacco, or I like this because it's the Pel de Oro, and I really enjoy
yes,
this taste and texture from the Maduro versus the Connecticut broadleaf. No, no, I
yes,
got you, I got you.
100%. When I was able to start differentiating cigars that I liked, that I didn't like, it wasn't just a cigar anymore. Hey, man, I
Mhm.
really like this. Here's why.
Right.
I don't really like that flavor. I don't, or that profile, I should say. I don't really typically if I see a certain tobacco in a blend, like oh, I usually don't like that. But some guys work magic with,
Right.
you can't just look at, oh, I usually don't like that tobacco because some guys, man, they just know how to use stuff. And so yeah, I think that's for me when I was when I started to have like a discerning palate, I felt like, man, all right, cool. Like this is really cool.
What was the last cigar that surprised you?
I admittedly, um, I don't often venture out of like brands that I've enjoyed historically.
Okay.
any as much as I used to. Um, but I would probably say either the Marfell with that gold band on it,
Okay.
and I don't know the name of it. I thought that was a really, really good cigar. Um, Avowed, but that didn't surprise me because my buddy is, that so like there was stuff that was like, wow, like like it was really good, but it didn't really surprise me, if
Okay.
that
Well, let
makes
me
sense.
let me let me
But the
redress and rephrase
Marfell,
just
I had
for
no idea what to expect. I just knew these were
yeah.
like the kings of Cameroon.
Yeah.
And when I smoked that cigar, I was like, wow, this is because it's expensive. And so I was like, wow, this is really good, man.
You got a favorite cigar right now or ever? Like, is there one where, like, if you could go back in time, would you get A or you want this for your birthday?
Yeah, for sure. I'm a big fan of the Cuban the one that Bolivar makes for La Casa del Habano for the I guess called the Librador or Libertador.
Okay.
Um, it's like a six and something by 54 Toro or something like that. And I've been lucky enough to have boxes over the years of that. And every so often, but that was probably probably my one cigar. Like if someone's like, hey man, this is gonna be like your last cigar. However, that could be changing because my palate. I wouldn't say it's gonna be forever because your palate changes and things like
Mhm.
that. But um, yeah, that would probably be
Is there an
yeah, for
accessory that you can't live without?
typically a lighter.
No, I call shenanigans because you will find a match. I'd say your accessory that you can't live without
Okay,
is
yeah, yeah,
that
yeah. I
no no
meant fire, but yeah, yeah,
no no
my bad, my
it's
bad.
it's that can right beside you. It's that can that you keep picking up because I've known you for years and I've never not seen you with one of those cans within reach.
Yeah,
That that can is that's the picture for the interview right there. Just the little sip. It's just
yeah. Well, you got to stay fresh.
you got to stay fresh.
Each sip is a recalculating of the brain. No, but you're right. A match would work, but no, I'm not a big accessory guy.
Okay,
Um, I understand that they are to some people they are not just accessories; they are showpieces.
right.
They are works of art. Um, and I completely understand that. So I'm not trying to, but for me, um, I just I never really got into it like that.
So if you're going out in the field in Nicaragua to blend cigars, to deal with the tobacco, to be there, what's the accessory you have to have? What do you have to have with you?
A lighter.
Yeah, because
I mean,
there are no matches out there, bro. Like,
very few. Yeah, I haven't seen many, but butane's usually on short supply too. So,
yeah.
you got to be really, you just got to be really choosy about when you pay attention to that cigar. But yeah, man, I mean, I just have never really been a huge cigar accessory person.
Is there anybody in the cigar industry that you've met that you've been epically impressed by?
Nelson Alfonso.
Really?
Yeah, man.
When did you meet him?
I think I first met Nelson 2016, 2017, something
Okay.
like that. Um, and he's 1A and then there's a 1B. Um, or even they're interchangeable. They're tied for first because uh for a man to be as accomplished as he is, to and to be as humble as he is something, man, that I always look up to. Like I always look up to dudes that are like successful and humble. Like they keep this humility about them. They realize the blessing in their success versus that mindset of like, well, look what I accomplished, look what I did. It's not, there's more at play than just the things you do. You know what
Right.
I mean? When people are like, oh, I worked really hard for this. Yeah, there are people that are literally like, digging ditches that work really hard too, and they don't
Right.
have, yeah. So let's not like start, tooting our own horns too much, right? Like there's so whatever you want to call that, from a religious perspective, non-religious perspective, whatever you're so for a guy to be that accomplished, to have such amazing product and to maintain the humility he does, and especially because of his price point and because of the cigars and his lineage and coming from Cuba, like the social circles and the circles that that guy has access to, right? And to still be so grounded, so humble. I mean, it's inspiring and something that you always want to maintain, I think, as you grow and get bigger. The
That's
second
who.
one would be
Yeah.
Gustavo Cura, who is the head tobacco guy, I guess you want to call it, for Prosenico, which is the tobacco arm of Oliva Tobacco Company, and
Mhm.
he's also the head of Noxa right now. And his generosity, man, he opens up his house to us whenever we go down to Nicaragua. We stay with him. He makes all the food. Just incredible. And the amount of knowledge about tobacco that he has taught me in the last 5 years, like, is just crazy, man. I guess more than that now. We're in 2026, so yeah, about 7 years. That's crazy. So very lucky.
Yeah, those are both great, and I wanted to tell you that you inspired me because we were walking out of a trade show one year, and you were doing
You freeze?
Mambacho. Yeah,
Are you
yeah,
messing?
you were doing Mambacho at that time, and
I'm sorry,
I
you
w-
froze, bro. I didn't see.
it's okay. You froze
Yeah,
as
yeah,
well, so it'll look great in the editing. It'll look like we were like dancing or something. It'll be great.
yeah, yeah.
No, I was gonna say we're walking out the trade show, and I was just picking your brain about stuff, and you've been selling all day long and dealing with the Caldwell Mombacho wars of whatever
Oh
year it
yeah.
was, and you said no, you're really good at this, and you need to keep doing what you're doing. And it was just a little comment, man, and it always meant the world to me that somebody of your stature had the ability to see that in somebody else and confirm it. And I've always wanted to thank you in person and on record for that. So now I get the chance to do that.
Bro, look it.
No,
I,
seriously, that means it means a lot to me. And you're
thank you.
exactly right
Thank you.
about so if you guys don't know, the patina name is because that's what the oxidization process that happens with copper and metals like that, where it goes from being that shininess to being that green color. And Mo believes that that's your circle around you, and that the things that happen to you give you that patina, and that you're still that amazingness underneath, and you can still be that copper statue, but you just have that patina of life and of those experiences on your person, and that's always motivated me, along with other things, to be the best I can at this. And I've always appreciated those kind words and your time.
No, bro. I mean, listen, and I've said this to you a million times, without you and people like you, we would never have the opportunity to get our voices heard, to be able to talk about these things, um to get our cigars in the hands of people. I mean, now you're doing the media stuff, but you
Mhm.
were on the ground too. So
Yeah,
you were there every single day on the front lines of the industry, right? So um it's not often that you get to meet people that you instantly click with and there's just a sense of comfort, right? Usually it takes time or it can never, maybe it never happens. But yeah, dude, like you cannot teach what you have. You can't train that, in
thank
terms
you.
of that love and sincere care about the industry and what you're doing and in carving your role as you see is best for you. I mean, and to do it with a positivity, you know what I mean? Like, I think too often we enter things looking for reasons not to do something, or we look for reasons not to like something or whatever. And,
Yeah.
and you just, man, like, hey, man, here's my opportunities. What I could be really good at XYZ. And I think that's awesome, bro.
Well, that means a lot coming from you. I really appreciate it.
Oh,
You
hell yeah.
you've done a medium good job for this interview. I would give it 3 out of 5 stars.
Really?
Well, you weren't smoking, and the whole thing is for you to smoke cigars and be able to be. You're at the cigar lounge, but we've reached the end, so there's no going
No,
back
I'm not
now.
at the cigar lounge.
Oh, oh. Where are
I
you? Where are
didn't
you?
end up going.
Oh,
I've been feeling a bit congested.
oh
So
no. Well, I appreciate the time then, definitely. The
no,
last
man, of course,
the last
anything for
question
you.
is: do you have anything you want to ask me?
I don't know if I could ask it on air,
Oh
but
sure.
no, I'm kidding.
Oh sure. Why
No,
not?
I'm kidding.
Oh, you should see some of
All
the
right.
shit we get asked. I mean, what are you
Okay,
gonna
so
do?
we have quite possibly the most important season for the Chicago Bears in probably 20 years.
Okay, I'm with you so far.
We have a quarterback who we expect to take the next step,
Yeah.
affectionately known as the Iceman.
Well, hold on. So this is an aside, real quick.
Mhm.
When he messes up, I call him 18.
You're right.
Okay. When he messes up,
Yep.
I call him 18, and I'm screaming at the TV, "Come on, 18, get it together!" And then he becomes Caleb, and then from
Yes.
that, he's my quarterback. So I really hope that he can do more Caleb's and more my quarterbacks than 18, because I hate 18. I hate yelling at
Well,
18. Like,
fair enough. That's very well put. Poetic as usual. What's the Bears' record this year? And do they win the North? And do they make the playoffs? I guess depending on their record, and if they win the North, then
mm. So I'm.
and don't be a fan.
I can't believe that.
Honest.
I can't believe you're gonna nail me to the wall like this, bro. Um. Wow. Having not seen the schedule. Okay,
Yeah.
full disclosure, I don't know if we're going out of the country this year. I don't know if we're who we're playing in the preseason. I don't
Full
understand.
disclosure,
Yeah.
they got one of the toughest schedules I think in the league this year.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
Mhm.
Um, I would like to see them go 10-6. I would like to see them go 10-6 or 10-7. I'm sorry, I'm old.
Yeah, whatever it is these
You're
days. Yeah. Yeah. So
stupid
10 wins.
schedule. I think 10 wins is achievable. I think that they. I hate you so much right now.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I think they beat Minnesota both games. I think they split with Green Bay, even though I hate that. I think they will. Uh, I think they'll split with Detroit. Um, I don't. I like them to win in the North. I really do because I believe that consistency is key, and I think another year with another with the coach calling plays
Right.
is going to help out.
Right.
I think they win the North, and actually, I can't believe you got. God, man, as much as I love you, I despise you sometimes.
Thank you.
There's a bet sitting downstairs that's a $20 bet on the Bears to win the Super Bowl this calendar year
Hmm.
that I put the last time we were in Vegas, and my hope is that at some point at a trade show I can collect on that and just walk up to the sports book and be like, hey. Give me my $2,500 because the odds were just
Right.
stupid dumb because the schedule that came out was stupid dumb.
Right.
I don't think that they're going to win it all this year.
Hmm.
A lot of things would have to kind of fall their way as far as injuries and everything else. But I would say that if I had to pin down their schedule, I would say they would have 12 wins. I would say they would win the division and they would lose in the game to go to the Super Bowl.
On record.
How would you how
Every,
would
everybody heard it here first. I think presently
I have to
constructed.
wait till after the season ends to put this out just in case I'm wrong.
Yeah. You know what worries me about them, man, is that they didn't address one of their biggest weaknesses last year, which was the pass rush. And in a league that is built on passing,
Yeah.
it's hard to win this. You could still be a good team, but to win the next level, I think would be really hard without a solid pass rush. Now, that's not to say that some of the guys can't develop into that, but I think it's going to be a 10-win season. I think they make the playoffs, and I think they make a deep run into the playoffs. But I just,
Well, and it's difficult redoing your entire backfield.
oh yeah,
So your entire backfield is brand new.
yeah,
And I love the energy from Kobe Bryant wanting the number 8 or wanting the number 24, and I appreciate the lineage, and I get that they brought
yeah,
in these guys and everything. But I like the guys we had. I mean,
yeah,
I was very happy with the uh, NFL interception leader being on the Chicago Bears.
yeah. It was nice. Yeah.
So I see you got the Ali behind you. Before we go,
Hmm.
uh, you can have dinner with either Ali or Peyton.
Walter Payton?
Yes, sir. Who do you have dinner with?
Oh, Muhammad Ali all day.
Well, that's good because I'll be at the Peyton dinner and I'll tell you all about
Yeah,
it.
right. We can switch notes. Yeah, for sure.
No, I wrote when my youngest son was born. Before he was born, I wrote Connie Payton and I said, "Look, I love what you guys do as far as feeding the kids in families in Chicago, and I loved
Mhm.
your husband, and I'm a huge Bears fan, and I love your blessing to name my
Yeah,
son Peyton, and my youngest son
yeah.
is named Payton.
That's awesome,
He can
man.
never he
Yeah,
can never find his name on anything, but but
yeah, right,
it's but
right.
it's a good time.
That's amazing. I love it.
Mo, I appreciate the time. I really do. It's
Appreciate you,
Mo
brother.
with Patina Cigars. This has been Joshua Harris with Frankly Cigars. And as always, Mo, I appreciate the time. Thank you so much.
Appreciate you, my man. Thank you for the opportunity.